In today's Maelstrom of Lore,
Like I'm an 8-year-old.
Oh boy.
In 30 seconds, Necrons go.
as well as
How come you're not playing?
Because I know all the answers.
That's true. Matt definitely knows all the
I
answers.
know all the answers.
and also
Is it a weapon?
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't help either.
this is the Maelstrom of Lore.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to the Maelstrom of Lore. We have Steve, Luka, and Matt, and James behind the terminals. Right now, we're going to noob hammer it, and we're going to talk about the Necrons. Because I don't know much about the Necrons. Not at all. There's a lot of stuff that's assumed a lot of the time, and it's like I just have to just do this thing where I'm like, I really have no idea. What
Oh,
I'm
kind of like you're like describing the opponent's trying to describe the rules, and you're like, that sounds good to me, dude.
Yeah, it's like yeah, in a gaming sense, that's what that is.
Yeah.
In the lore sense, it's even more than that, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I guess they follow a lot of familiar tropes, right? So
Necrons.
okay. Ask a question. I'll try my.
Like I'm an 8-year-old.
Oh boy.
In 30 seconds, Necrons go.
They are space undead space robots that have been sleeping for a very long time in secret, and the humans have just started to find them, and they're all waking up in their very big numbers of them, and they are trying to take control of the galaxy because apparently they had control of it at a point back in the day.
They were here first.
They were here first,
So-
but we only found that out now.
So if I were to say, are they really, really old zombie robots? Is that correct?
Yes, they are very, very, very old zombie robots.
Okay. That, honestly, in a very basic sense, I get that.
And they live forever.
Eh.
Well,
So you killed him.
until you kill them.
Okay, connect.
They never naturally die.
So hold on. Okay, so they're robots.
yeah.
Who made them?
They actually made themselves in a way, but with the assistance of we'll say ally for now.
What does that mean?
I don't. Oh,
Okay, this is not all right. This is
This is a little more. This is more
so
complicated one.
Let's go to.
You're still 8?
No,
Are you 8 still?
I'm not. I'm like 16. Okay,
Okay,
now I'm
16.
16.
And what was the question?
And it's like, all right, Necrons. I've seen these zombie robots that live a long time. So, yeah, who made them? Who made them? Where did they come from?
Well, they used to be like flesh and blood, like you and me. They were allegedly a little bit taller and thinner. But I can go into details about that later. I suppose there's reasons why that. And then they
Like Slender Man?
they're tall. Yeah, they're very
aliens.
Tall. Yeah,
They're aliens.
They're alien. Yeah,
Okay,
but they're
alien.
humanoid. Absolutely, they had flesh and blood. They were tall and thin and creepy. But they were at war with another spacefaring race, and the war was not going well. So they found wayward allies in the form of these things called their names were the Catan. Nothing else matters. They were powerful space entities that pretended to be their allies, and they offered them a way to win the war, and it was through through a process called biotransference, which the Catan taught them how to do.
Is that like putting your consciousness in another robot body?
Correct.
That's exactly it.
Nice. I learned that in school.
What happened to the physical bodies?
You learned that in school?
Hey, as a 16-year-old, we watched some AI YouTube videos.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
That's what we do nowadays.
I'm like,
They got
you learned
melded
biotransference
down with
their-
in high school chemistry
I'm
or
a
something?
16-year-old right now, man. That's what happens
Whatever,
nowadays.
use
And you know
that
what? I'm just looking at that
fuel,
stuff anyway.
whatever, yeah.
Because my dad's into that stuff, and he's a nerd, and so we share the same YouTube account, so the algorithm just shows up his videos.
Oh,
So I'm
fair.
looking at that stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I know what biotransference is, which is cool. Can Necrons do that? Necrons, can they do that to a human? Is it only themselves they do that to?
Well, they could have augmented the technology for any race, I assume, but it was made for their race specifically, but they could probably do it for other
Do they
races.
still have access to you?
Yes.
Okay.
They can still do the biotransference. They do not. Well, they don't. So their population, which was in the billions, like big, like hundreds of billions, they 100% biotransference, or you were killed.
You were,
Okay.
Or you were forced to be
You
a
were
Necron
forced
warrior.
to. Yeah, you'd be forced to become like if you did not want to go through it, you were forced through it or put down if you didn't. Like if you're causing a ruckus.
Well, like, okay, you know
Yeah.
do you know the model, the Ghost Ark?
The Ghost Ark, like it's like
transport.
a pirate ship.
Yeah, it's that transport that
That's
goes through.
robotized.
Right, that ribcage
Like
one.
ribcage,
that has
yeah.
all the Necron warriors in it. So in the original lore, when they were being biotransferred,
That's still the same.
that thing stalked the streets. So picture it like going down the street, and people who didn't want to go to, that's what they were pulled into, and they were shoved into that in just masses.
Yeah.
And that thing would then fly them to the place where they got turned into Necron
If
warriors.
I could make a reference to a very good movie, Bring Out Your Dead.
Yeah.
Bring out
But they
your
weren't dead though.
No, but it was
So
essentially
you
the same
picture
thing.
that now. Picture that same model packed with people, all like looking out
They were,
and
like,
not
pulling
wanting to
through
go.
it, yeah.
There's like, okay, all right. So like that specific model has a bunch of warriors in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what its
'cause
purpose.
that's
It got
now-
repurposed.
It got
for that,
repurposed as a
yeah.
transport and a repair vehicle for the
Yeah.
Necron warriors. But the original Ghost Arcs were the things that came. They were the prison
The
ships.
name makes so much sense.
The name
Right?
makes way more sense now. I'm
Yeah,
like, why is
yeah.
it called a Ghost Arc? Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's creepy as
So
as
like,
heck.
so what ended up happening was not every planet had the biotransference factories, but pretty much all the populations from the surrounding planets were brought to. They're called crown worlds for the Necrons, so like the capital worlds. So like all the furnaces were generally built on them. So all the populations were brought to their crown worlds from the surrounding planets, and it was described in the books as if it was like kilometers long, just going
Marching in.
just marching. But it was like a quick process. It was like you would go in, your consciousness would be ripped out of your, like essentially they take your soul out of your body, they melt down your biochemical properties of your body, and then they would have necrodermis, which is like the material they used to build the Necron body, already formed into like whatever body you're going to be put into.
like a mold.
Correct.
Yeah.
Be it like nobility. If you're like, so the way it worked, they only had so much of the resource. So like their basic population would be put into to them a rudimentary Necron warrior body, but to us it's like a marvel of machinery, I guess.
Right, but still, their sentience is pretty much limited.
Correct. So like the mechanics of the body were very limited into like just simple commands, but they didn't know that going into it. They thought they were just being put into a mechanical body, so they were lied to. But the nobility,
They were lied to?
yeah, the general population was lied to, but the nobility, the people in power, were put into much more sophisticated,
more advanced
body. Yeah.
robot
So they had free
cells.
will. They had the ability to command. They were purposely built to be able to command the lower caste.
But they thought they had free will.
But they thought they had free will.
Even they had their
Correct,
will
yeah.
tied to the Silent King.
Oh, okay. So is it like, okay, you know how like Doc Ock, he's connected to his like tentacles and the AI connects to his brain, is like, sometimes I can't help it. And he's just,
Yeah.
is it
the
similar to that?
Well, some of their programming does go rogue. So some of the higher ups, like some of the like lords, like the nobility, actually don't have full control of themselves because they have some of that like transient madness.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like,
what's called transient madness?
Yeah, they have other issues too. Their programming had a lot of issues over the 60 million years of stagnation. It just kind of went haywire.
Hold on.
Yeah.
60 million years? So how long have they been around?
That's
Well
how long
before,
they've been around.
and before that too. Yeah. So they were sleeping for 60 million years.
Okay, so they were around who knows how long
Well, how-
before the 60?
That I don't know
I don't
the
think
answer
they
to.
specify.
Yeah.
But basically, they were one of the powers of the galaxy at the time.
Yeah, it was like there was very well at the time. There was like the old ones, which is very vague. They're space frogs.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe
So space frogs, maybe I've heard this online, and it's
Yeah.
like just a bunch of
just super powerful beings.
That created many of the
They're like a-
species that
yeah.
are alive today.
They're like the
the-
Prometheus kind of creator race.
Yeah. So we figure at least they created the Eldar. They created the Orcs.
They might have even created the Necron.
They,
I don't
and
know.
they, no, I don't think they created the Necron. I think they may have even created humans.
For scale, the Necron empire at its height, bigger or larger than the modern human empire or the humans in the galaxy number wise?
I think it, like, you mean population or
Yeah.
or plant. Oh, the humans
I
are.
don't think it
good
ever
question.
says. It never says.
Because my question is, I was thinking as you're describing all this, chaos is so prevalent because of humans, pretty much.
Yeah.
Did Necron never birth any chaos?
Not that we know of.
Not that we know. They weren't us. They had no psychic.
Oh, even the Necron had no
the,
psychic.
the Necron never evolved to have psychic.
as far as we
capabilities.
know, yeah.
As far as we know, yeah.
Interesting.
that is
I think
cool.
there's a couple of examples of some of them. There would have been because like Orkin that have some of their like, in their flesh and blood, like Orkin had the power to see the future, so they probably had some.
But that could have
Who
been
is
through space
Orkin?
science.
Oh, it could have been.
Who's Orkin?
He's one of the name characters in the game, but in his like
Necron characters?
yeah.
He would read the stars.
He was like he was like the aide to a pharaoh, kind of like advisor. He'd be an advisor to the pharaoh, but he
Like
could read-
Wormtongue.
But yeah, I guess in
But in a more useful way.
Yeah,
So,
he was kind of a snake though too, Orkin. He's known as the snake. Yeah.
He's like that.
In my head, the Cryptech role, I just assumed they were like the Psychers back in.
Or the
I'm sorry,
engineers.
the Cryptech.
the engineers.
They actually, I think they might have just been technologically advanced.
When I got the I got into the Necrons, and it was end of 6. I think I'm using the 6th edition book.
there was
technomancy. It was very clearly like how to put this types of sorcery.
Yeah.
I just assumed they were like the Psychers before they were.
But they used magic for no, not magic. They used science for that. Their science was just as advanced before they were. Their science was arguably more advanced before they became the Necrons.
Okay, all right. So let's back up for a second. So Noob Hammer,
Well, minus their body.
Yeah.
Necron tier, made by very old ones,
Maybe
or
not.
they are the old ones.
No,
they're
just,
definitely not the old ones
Okay.
because they went to war with the old ones.
They were their own independent race. I don't know what made them.
So they were made by the old
They
ones.
could have been.
Okay,
I don't know.
Too old to know.
Yeah.
I doubt they were made by the old ones.
Okay, let's go back down to the Necron tier. So Necron tier,
Yep.
massive civilization, hundreds of billions.
Yep.
They put themselves into these robot bodies, and some were like just low-level conscious abilities, and some were more advanced, thought they had free will. There was some rogue programming that happened. Now we're here. Now there's a whole bunch more words. There's like Cryptech.
Can I add
There's-
one more cool factor?
There's sorcery. Okay, yes. And so I'm gonna pass it off to you, and
Yeah.
please explain it. And this time, do it like I'm an 8-year-old.
This one's more of a Necron tier. This one's okay. This is another reason to give some insight as to why they agreed to the biotransference thing.
Okay.
As to because their lifespans were very short. They didn't know this.
Whatever the race they were.
The Necron tier, they only lived to about 30.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
so when they started to explore the galaxy, they started to interact with other races they'd come across, and then they realized that these other races were living to much longer lifespans, and they were kind of jealous as to why. And they had a reverence of death in their culture because you had to do so much in your life before you passed away. You only had a small period of time to do anything. So they were obsessed with death, but then a lot of them were, once they found the other races that lived longer, they naturally became obsessed with becoming immortal because they seen it as a capability. Now, the reason why they lived such short lives is because their origin world, I guess,
Which their home world.
their home world overall was very close to the sun, and it had a thin atmosphere, so they just died faster.
Yeah, it was a radiation-soaked world.
Yeah. Because it's I think,
So,
I don't know.
Not enough to cause them to become infertile, obviously,
Yeah.
but enough to make it so their lives were short and harsh.
Yeah.
Like their lives kind of sucked.
That's why
I love the way you say
they're sickly too. They're generally pretty sickly.
Yeah.
You're saying it like you're recalling specific words that you've read before.
Yeah, that's
accurate, right?
Yeah, I think their son. I think it even says like their son's like a red something sun that has a specific type of radiation that it gives off. Some fun space science.
Yeah.
And even though life evolved, so they evolved. They weren't created, as far as we know, unless something gets retconned in the future. There's never been a mention of them being created.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, I don't
Like many species, that not every species was created, right? Like
Right. Yes, I'm just-
you have some that were like from the old one, most of them from the old ones, and then some that just existed and continue to exist. And so yeah, their home world, which is where they started. So they weren't a galactic sized civilization. They were actually a smaller civilization at the beginning.
So, okay, if there is a different levels, we were talking about this before. There's like different levels of advancements that
tiers of civilization.
tiers of there's 3 levels, right? So if like we aren't even at 1 yet,
No, we're 0. We're like
we're
not
like
even a tier 1 civilization.
0.7 or something like that.
I think you have to develop a certain. It's like how much energy you could produce as a civilization or something like that. I don't know.
So, okay, I will do the Noob Hammer explanation of that,
Okay.
which is because I just learned it. So that's the only thing I can
I
say.
actually find
about
that
it.
fascinating.
It is.
I like
It
that
is
too.
fascinating.
Yeah.
So level 1 is harness the energy of a planet or the stuff around it. Level 2 is harness the energy of a sun,
Yeah.
which you can then make planets potentially, and then level 3 is harness the energy of a galaxy.
I can't remember after this.
So it's something like that. So Necron tier,
Yeah.
what would they be? Level 1,
One at most,
One-
maybe 2.
maybe in between.
Yeah, we know their technology was advanced, but because it's old lore, there's not like I don't think there's any novels written specifically about their lives as Necron tier, because it's like such a backstory kind of thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be well developed. It's just
This is where they
once
started.
upon a time there was the civilization, and it doesn't give much details except how they became Necrons.
how many worlds would you estimate have like sleeping Necrons?
Oh, it's like
Millions.
It's like a majority, like a good portion of them. Pretty much anything the human civilized like cultivated, the Necrons would have already had a
So
tomb
there's
world
a
there.
high probability
Yeah.
that there's a tomb world sleeping somewhere.
I'd say there's a good probability. Like it's still like maybe 1 out of 100 or something like that, which is huge.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
basically
yeah.
and the funny thing is, it's like you could populate the world. You could cover. It could be a forge world where every last square inch is covered with a forge, and they've dug deep into the earth, and they still haven't dug deep enough.
Yeah.
Right,
Some of
you're not
the,
gonna
And,
go
and,
to
yeah,
core,
and they've
right?
and
They
they've
wouldn't
dug
work.
kilometers and kilometers deep to mine the resources and create new whatever, and they still haven't dug deep.
like
enough.
a lot of the tomb worlds are just are built around the core of the planet.
Yeah, like they're deep.
Yeah.
Deep into
Like
the world.
they pretty much harvest the energy to the core, and they build their fancy tech. They use the core of the planet to power the tomb world, essentially. Yeah.
It's nuts.
I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
What, you getting chills?
Yeah, Matt, they're cool. They're really
Hey, you want to
cool.
play Necrons?
It's okay. For
Well, their
context,
technology is so they're probably the most advanced race in 40K.
it sounds like they
Yeah.
would be.
No, they have to be.
They would have to be, yeah.
Like them and the Eldar were
Yeah.
competitors for
The
that title.
Eldar kind
For
of
that
went in a
title.
different direction with their technology, but
Yeah.
they have cool like sun sails and stuff. Yeah, that's a different
Sun sails?
That's
different.
Eldar,
That's
that's
a
the
different.
Eldar.
That's a different thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Back to the Necrons.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, their technology is just you can't comprehend it. It's just like GW can write whatever they want because it's just made up stuff, right? It's fiction. So
Oh yeah, like they have pocket universes or pocket dimensions. That
they haven't done
hold.
that in a while. Yeah.
Well, the Tesseract.
They still have that's still in the lore, but that's not something you do mechanically anymore.
No, but I'm just saying in the lore it's totally there that
Yeah.
they can just capture stuff in these little pokeballs.
Yep.
What are the orbs?
They're
Well, the resurrection orbs. That's something.
That's what those are?
No, what I was talking about is a Tesseract vault.
Yeah. Okay, so what is that?
So it's actually quite simple. It's not. No, it's simple.
in explanation.
In explanation, is that it's another dimension folded up inside this little thing. That's it.
like an entire existence.
So
Yeah,
hold on.
they can be
Is
different
dimension
sizes.
universe? Is it?
It could be.
Yep.
Could be.
Okay.
But it's basically like if I took this room and I'm like, you know what? Let's just fold it up into this little thing. That's a Tesseract vault. So it might be as big as this room. It could
Yep.
be as big as a world. Could be whatever size that's necessary.
It has its own.
Because once you start folding in and on itself into the dimensions, you can fit any size in the palm of your hands.
Okay.
So think of it this way: like a two-dimensional universe
Yep.
that has no thickness. How many two-dimensional universes can I fit between my hands? Infinite.
Infinite.
Because they have no thickness, right? So how many here? Infinite. So once you start learning
Yeah.
the absurdity of folding space,
I like
theoretically-
the absurd, which is why I
Right.
love this stuff.
So
Everything about
theoretically,
them is
you could
absurd.
fit any amount of space in a three-dimensional space once you
Right.
start folding it.
Right. So it's like, okay, so that means in the Tesseract vault, it would be, infinite. Whatever.
It could be, or it could just be a room, or it could be a little jail cell, or it could be
It's
like
whatever you
it
want
could
it
be
to
their
be.
bag of holding. It's their bag of holding. Think about that.
Yeah, yeah,
D&D. It's a bag of
Bag of
holding.
holding. Okay.
That's what it is.
They use it's like a multi-tool. It serves a lot of purposes. They use different Necrons used for different things.
Santa's pouch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of them.
Santa is probably a Necron. He has a Tesseract vault. That's how he
Undoubtedly. And
lives.
that's why he lives forever.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mini
He's
name,
obviously
nobody-
higher up,
mini
get more
names.
of a soul, but
yeah.
yeah,
They're-
he just covered he's like the Flayer virus one where they covered themselves in flesh, and so he's still looks human.
Those are the other problems. Those are the other.
Well, that's it.
problem.
That's a cool.
Okay, so that's actually really cool. So they're like, I think in a general sense, I mean, there's a lot more that has been like made that I've been made aware of right now.
Yeah.
Because I've only ever had that surface level understanding of Necrons.
I'm still like a little like even my like I still find a lot of their elements not confusing, but like it makes me try and think like when they were Necron tier, their technology was still very advanced, obviously, but their cryptechs, like we were talking about earlier, a cryptech is just a person. It's like a scientist,
Yeah.
effectively.
Like
They're
an
they're
engineer.
science, but they would double up as like advisors as well to the kings, the pharaohs. Then they were just Nemesaur. They call them pharaons or they
All
have
very Egyptian themed.
all
things.
very Egyptian things. Nemesaurs are like their generals, and trying to think, they have their kings would be dynasts of the dynasty.
The dynasty.
Dynasts of the dynasty. Yeah.
So, okay, so if there was like one thing, like, well, what's their purpose and goal in a general sense?
To reclaim what was theirs or perceivably theirs.
Well, they're fractured now too,
Yeah.
so you can't look at it as a whole. That
They used to be one people. They were
used-
for sure one people under the Silent King.
Right, but now that they're all their own, they each have their own ambitions with their own armies. So each one of them wants to reign supreme. But if you were to look at one goal that's super cool, is they are trying to turn off the warp.
Yes, that's the Silent King's goal.
And many others, yes. Because they're tired of fighting chaos, just like everybody else, and they're tired of fighting humans.
They got the technology to do it.
Yeah, they have basically these pylons that they can erect. That when that pylon is turned on, you kind of picture the warp as being it's a reflection of our emotions, right? So like if there are no people, then the warp is still there, but it's silent. And when there's people, then the warp starts to become wave-like. So that those waves are actually what allow us to feel emotions. So it needs to exist for us to be a person. So you turn on a pylon, even if there's people around, whoop, it goes back. And if you're in that, you're in that radius as a regular human, not like a powerful space marine or psyker, you all of a sudden just go, oh.
You just lose
And you don't feel like doing anything anymore.
Yeah,
and
lethargic.
You'll lie down, maybe go to sleep, maybe not, and you'll stop feeding yourself, and you'll stop doing anything, and you'll just deteriorate and die.
Yeah.
And you just ceased. You could call it depression, but it's not even depression
Because
that would be a feeling.
Yeah, it's not even. It's like so with the new Necron lore. That's actually a good point because it ties into how connected we are to the warp as people with our minds and our emotions and everything.
Which is why we can never beat chaos, because to beat it, only Necrons have the capability to do that, and to do that, we have to basically cease to exist.
Yeah, without the warp, we don't exist.
Yeah. And they want to set up these pylons throughout the entire galaxy so that when they all turn on, it closes the Eye of Terror, it closes the Cicatrix Maledictum, it closes all those warp storms, and it just calms the galaxy.
And the Necrons would be unaffected.
And then the Necrons, who are not connected to the warp in any way, could then conquer the remainder of the Tau and other xenospecies that don't have a connection without any. Like they could walk over the Tau like nothing if they were united, and they could just finally live their lives of fighting each other to see who gets to run the galaxy, which is what their lives would be for the next few million
It would
years.
pretty much be the Silent King trying to bring everyone into the fold again. But
Yeah,
it's like,
because even the Tyranids would have a hard time fighting them at that point because there wouldn't be as much food for them to have.
there's like a big, like there's a, I don't know if there's a talk about it now. There's big, like between the Necrons, there's like essentially two major factions that are fighting against one another. It'd be like,
but it's a lot of minor ones too.
there's a lot of
so
minor ones. Yeah,
they would just turn into your typical civilization that was too big and just start to fight each other.
yeah.
But they wouldn't have to fight chaos until somebody was stupid and kicked over one of the pylons.
Yeah. Like, do you remember, well, before Katie was destroyed, they had those giant black monoliths on, like, remember, did you ever hear about-
Blackstone fortresses?
No,
that's something separate.
there was like on Katie, there was these massive black
Pylons.
pylons essentially, but no one knew what they were. None of the Imperial, they just built their fortresses around. They're like, whatever, these go so deep we can't even dig to find out what these really are. They were the Necrons were already building them on Cadia way back in the day.
Like 60 million years ago.
Like-
that was one of their plans to begin with, and they never got to finish
They
it.
just never
back then.
finished it. They started that project before they went to during the war in heaven. They
Yeah.
started that project. They never finished it.
Yeah.
So that's why Katie had those. That lore was written in years and years and years ago. I didn't realize that until recently, though.
Steve, did you know this stuff?
No. There's so much.
Yeah.
Like my mind's
Like-
blown. Like this is so cool.
This is I'm assuming it's an amalgamation of like codices,
Yes.
novels. Like,
yeah,
it's just-
yeah. It's a lot of little things
Well,
here
in
and there.
9th edition, there was literally one of the Crusade expansions
Pariah
was called the
Nexus.
Pariah Nexus. That's where I learned a lot about this one.
So cool.
The
right?
lore
And-
in that
yeah.
one.
So
And the reason I know it as well is because I did a narrative campaign about it. And so whenever I do a narrative campaign, I research all that lore. And that's when I learned I'm like, I'm doing a narrative
Yes.
campaign about that. 'cause that
Yes.
is freaking awesome.
That's okay.
Clarify,
I even
you
read
say-
I even read the novel that was attached to it, where the Space Marines have to go in to the Pariah Nexus, which has already been turned on, and they have to weather it. And even the Space Marines were starting to go lethargic.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so, but the powerful psychers would come near them, and they would force the warp to start wobbling again.
It would force the warp to work. Yeah.
Yeah. They had to.
They had to force the warp
But
to
even the
work.
psychers. Oh yeah, even the psychers were having a hard time with their psychic powers. But the powerful librarians, you had to stay near them because they could keep the warp in their
Just
small
just
vicinity going.
Yeah.
this is why it's the best IP, because it's not just it's literally like a dozen different massive IPs that all intertwine and connect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can, it's a big galaxy, so you can kind of tell any story you want to tell with it too.
That's fair.
Like
But they've done it. That's the thing,
Yeah.
though. Like
Yeah,
there's
so-
so much detail that they've done it.
Yeah. So the Necrons could be the end game. Like we talk about the Tyranids being the end game, but it could almost equally as much be the Necrons.
I'm of the mindset that Tyranids would eventually beat the Necrons out because of the vast scope of the Tyranids.
Okay, all right, hold that thought. Hold that thought.
There'd be nothing to eat anymore, technically.
Perfect time for a new segment.
They would move along, yeah.
That's that perfect time for a new segment. I think we're good with Noob Hammer for now.
This is a razor worm. It's a very large model. And this is a sponsored segment. We are self-sponsoring this video, rightfully so, because this is the best way that you guys can support us if you wish to do so. There's a link provided in the description for the GameFound campaign for Ravaged Star, the miniature tabletop wargame, which is the game that we are developing. Not only do we have a range of miniatures for it, we have our own rules that we are developing, and Scary is also here to actually tell you a little bit about it because he happens to be here at the bunker right now.
Ravaged Star is awesome. You should check it out. And I love these models. They're amazing. And I like the game, and it's fun.
Now back to the other segment.
So we're going to play a game today. It's going to be Eldritch Elocution. Why is it hard for me to say every time?
Mini Mind Meld is what we're playing today.
What?
This is
Mini Mind Meld is...
Today's
Oh, that
Mini
makes
Mind
sense. Yes,
Yes.
because of the band on our
And you're
heads.
melding in your head.
And then Matt's the games master here. We're going to turn the time over to him. And so that means I get to play too. So thank you. And then James is playing. Is James playing?
Yeah, James is playing, but
Yeah.
because he can see himself in the monitor, he's not going to actually do it the same way as everybody else.
How come you're not playing?
What's that?
How come you're not playing?
Because I know all the answers.
That's true. Matt definitely knows all the
I
answers.
know the answers.
So you know what? Because of Matt, we get to play. That's what's happening
I'm
right
keeping the score. That's why. Speaking of which,
Scorekeeper.
I need that pen again.
Pen?
now.
Writing utensil?
All right, so here we go. And I'm going to pass it here. And I'm going to go like that. And
I tried.
yeah, I
Wait,
tried to
wait,
time
wait.
it. I tried to time it with the cameras too as I did.
I'm just really,
It's
there's
pretty
actually no
close.
reason why Matt's not playing other than he doesn't want to.
You know what? That's true. You could. You
I'm
know
like,
what?
what is-
Hold on. You could play too, Matt.
I feel like he did
Steve's
play
right.
last time.
I feel
Yeah,
like this is
you
a conversation Matt would
Matt
rather
played
had
last
off
time,
camera,
right?
but here we are.
Did Matt play? No, Matt didn't play. We're not remembering this right at all.
Almost.
There we go.
He had Chaos Terminator last
It's
time.
on. If I win, don't complain that
Like,
I
am I
made the
in
game.
power armor? I'm like, no, you're not in power armor. I was like, what? Am I possessed? I'm like, no, like you're in
I think that
Terminator
was our
armor.
dry run, though.
Is that a dry run? Ah, it could have been a dry run.
You know
Okay, so I'm gonna split these up then.
Hold on, I gotta repeat. He said, "Don't complain if I win the game."
Well, we both know I'm going to complain about what happened.
Does that not give us more license to complain? Though
I just like to play. I don't care.
So this game is Necron themed. We're in a theme of Necrons for a few of these segments or episodes, whatever they're going to be. And so Mini Mind Meld is basically headbands. Please don't sue us.
We love your game.
We love your game. If you want to sponsor, that's fine too. And so essentially, we have these cards. I'll demonstrate the first one, but I won't look at it, so I'll put it back down. So I would put this in my headband, like so, very whatever, something like that.
You missed it, but it's still up there.
It's up there. And then I have to ask yes or no questions, and everybody has to answer and try not to give too many hints.
I'll try. It's just painful. It's so painful.
All right?
I'm so bad.
And I gotta
at
guess what
this.
it is. Now it's all Necron themed, so it's gonna be like Necron units. It might be Necron named character. If you're not paying
That's
attention,
true.
don't
Yeah,
blame me.
yeah,
It might be Necron named characters. It might be Necron.
I think Luka has to
things.
lose a point every time he gives a hint.
Yeah.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I will not give hints if that's the case.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Okay,
Please-
so
please
and I-
give
and I-
hints.
and so
Please
some of
give-
these
your
things might
hints
be
are the
really
best.
hard. Some might be really easy.
I need you, Luka.
Pink noodles.
Yeah.
Please give the hints.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
the last time it was like Tyranids and K? It was like everything last time.
It was Warhammer 40k faction units.
Oh, this one
Oh,
is-
so it could be
Oh.
anything now.
No, this one's Necron themed.
So it could be anything Necron.
Yeah. So
Anything
how many
Necron?
cards did I give each of you? Just count how many cards without rearranging them or changing their position.
I got 7.
I have 7.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, Zinch wanted a different way. He's changed it.
You got
That's
7, you got 7, you got 9.
9.
Okay, just pass 2 of your cards back.
Why 2? Can I have 8 remainder, please?
Sure, keep 8.
Okay.
Just pass 1 over.
Well, don't change your orientation.
Yeah, just please don't change your orientation.
There's no changing of orientation.
Okay, so now I have 6.
I have
you got 7.
7.
You got 7. You got 8.
You know, this could have been done beforehand to prepare
Okay.
the segment.
So I was just thinking of something now. You're making me change how I'm doing this with me.
I'm
playing.
definitely making you do it.
I can
Okay.
give you
Zinch
one
is in
I'm
control
really bad
right
at
now.
this game.
No,
Is
it's
that-
fine.
James, do you think Zinch is?
You're allowed to
Wait, how
have. You're allowed one pass.
How many do you have,
Okay.
James?
Okay.
So basically, I'm
I don't
gonna do
have
the
any.
timer twice.
That's really loud.
That was the point, so the audience can know when the timer's going. So I'm gonna flip it. It's gonna finish. I'm gonna flip it again, and you got to get as many as you can. You're allowed one pass, so
Okay.
you're just like screw it, pass, and you're allowed
One
to look
pass.
at it, put it down. Okay, well only one pass. Okay, so let's start
One
with
pass.
Luka.
Do I just go through all of mine, or do I
As
get
many as you
two
as
timers?
can in the timer going twice.
Twice? Okay.
So if you get none, you get 0. If you get 2, you get 2 points.
Give the
Simple as
camera
that.
a bit of a nod
Right,
when you get on there, too.
Yeah, put it on, but you can put the first one on without the timer starting. So obviously part of the game is just trying to get it in the headband.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember it's Necron themed. Necron themed. It might be a unit, might be a weapon, might be a whatever you call their legions.
Okay.
Might be a named character. Could be, some weird word that we've used in relation to the Necrons.
Everything is a weird word for
Yep.
Necrons for
Yep.
me and my brain.
So
by
I'm
the
just
way.
trying to tell you that so you don't just be like, well, what unit is it? It's not always a unit, but it might be.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
I will not be helpful at all. Sorry.
Dang. Okay.
Go.
Am I a unit?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I part of the higher echelon or lower echelon?
Well, it's a binary question, so I'll still answer that. Lower.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Binary question.
Well, it's supposed to be yes or no.
Yes or no. Okay. Sorry. Am
But
I
higher, lower, that's fine.
Am I a
too.
canoptic unit?
No.
Am I a
Could look at them too.
You're not going to be helpful if you look at me. You know what? Yeah, that's the
Keep going,
that's
keep
the
going.
challenge.
Your timer's going.
Am I noble?
No.
No.
Am I a Necron warrior?
No.
No.
Am I a am I do I succumb to a virus?
Nope.
Am I succumb to a
Nope.
virus?
Nope.
Don't know.
Am I an immortal?
Nope.
Nope.
Ooh, and I'm a unit. Am I Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And I'm not canoptic, eh?
Nope.
Warrior, immortal. Death mark?
Nope.
Nope.
Dang. Think.
Halftime.
Am I part of the Triarch?
No.
No.
Am I a vehicle?
No.
No. Ish.
No.
But
Oh.
Am I a
no.
Tomb Blade?
Nope.
Dang.
To me, you're a vehicle. I see you as a vehicle on the tabletop.
Fair.
Luka, you're not a vehicle.
Dang.
So what looks like a vehicle but isn't?
I'm going to pass on this one.
It's a heavy destroyer.
I asked if I succumb to a virus.
That's what I was worried. That's what I was confused.
Oh!
That's-
Okay, you know what? I'll give you some more time.
Thank you.
I'll give you some more time. I'm going to flip it back around.
There we go.
I was like, oh, maybe
Because you're right. You're right. There is a destroyer virus.
Yeah.
I was thinking the flare virus.
There's 2D.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, go.
Oh, the destroyer virus.
Ask
Yes,
again.
Of course, right.
These were
right,
very-
yes,
Am I a unit?
Yes.
Am I part of the canoptic line?
No.
Am I am I nobility?
Nope.
No.
Am I succumbing to a virus?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I a flayed one?
Nope.
No.
Am I a Ophidian destroyer? A locust destroyer? A locust lord?
No,
You're a destroyer. Okay, you
Destroyer.
got
Destroyer. You said destroyer a lot. The answer is yes.
Oh, just a destroyer. I see. All right.
You can start asking.
Am I canoptic unit?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Is there a lot of me?
No.
No.
Okay. Am I a reanimator?
Nope.
Am I?
Kind of. But you're not a reanimator thing.
Oh, a spider.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Keep going.
Am I a unit or am I a weapon?
No.
Am I a unit?
Yes.
Am I nobility?
No.
Am I canoptic?
Nope.
Do I have a virus?
Nope.
Am I a Necron warrior?
Nope.
Am I an immortal?
Nope.
Tomb Blade?
Nope.
Deathmark?
Nope.
Dang. Lich Guard?
Nope.
Triarch?
Nope.
And I'm not canoptic, eh?
No.
Uh-oh. Cryptek?
Nope.
Dang.
You're not nobility, remember? Time. I guess
That's fair. That's fair.
You're a Night Scythe.
Oh, a vehicle. Fair.
Is that the croissant?
Yes.
That's the
That's
trans-
the croissant
yes.
that flies
The
through the air.
croissant?
All right.
Le croissant. You got 2 points.
I got 2 points.
Okay, 2 points for Luka. All right, Steve, you ready? You can put your first one in your head.
I will not make any guesses until I'm pretty sure exactly what it is.
You got- there you go.
You got it. Oh, perfect.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, let's go.
Am I a unit in the game?
Yes.
Am I a vehicle?
No.
No.
Am I nobility?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I
You are nobility.
infantry?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I some sort of cryptech?
No.
No.
My existing model in the current game?
Yes.
Okay. Am I a version of a lord?
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
My name character?
Yes.
You look like a named character to
Okay.
me.
My nemesis Zandra?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Oberon?
No.
Caesaris?
No.
No, sorry. The what's the main dude? The
Yeah, that's Silent King. No.
No.
Imhotep the Stormlord?
Yes.
No.
Not him. You're not him. No. This one's gonna be tough.
If you don't know-
Trajan?
No.
I would never get this.
This guy has rules in
Yeah.
third edition?
Correct.
Yeah.
And he has rules in like 9th and 7th, all the editions?
Yep.
Is he a resin model?
Yes.
I love that. I
You're
love
not gonna.
that.
I don't think you're gonna have a hard time
You're
remembering.
at
his name.
halftime.
I love that.
So,
might wanna pass it.
Zandrak and Oberon.
Just-
the Arrow Man?
Yep.
And here the Traveler.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, you got it.
I love that. Traveler.
You got it. I don't know if I would have got that one.
Steve.
Go.
My existing model in the game?
Yes.
Yes.
My infantry?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, am I nobility?
Yes.
Am I cryptech?
No.
Am I a lord?
Yes.
Yes.
My named character?
No.
No.
Am I okay? So am I? Do I have a virus?
No.
So your thing. So am I an overlord?
Yeah.
Yes,
that's it.
yes.
Next one. You got 2 points. You're tied. Can you get another one?
Am I an existing model in the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I a character?
Yes.
Correct.
Am I a lord?
Yeah.
Am I a name character?
Yes.
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 It was Andrak.
Nope.
Nope.
Trazen.
No.
Nope.
Caesaris.
Yes.
No.
No. Sorry.
What's the flame guy again?
Imhotep.
Imhotep Stormlord.
No.
No.
Silent King.
Yes. Okay. And that's it.
That's the Silent King's name?
Zerak. Zerak the silent.
Okay. 3 points for Steve. You
Let me
took the
see
lead.
it.
I don't believe stick up points.
There's a Luminor. The confusing one. There's like another guy called the Luminor Zeras.
Zerak.
There's Zerak and Zeras.
So Zerak, the last of the Silent
you want these
Kings, is the Silent King's name.
Yeah. So there's
So
always
he is
like
a Silent
there's
King.
always been a Silent King for the Necrons. He was the last one. He's the one who went into exile. He's the one who came back because he's the last one because he went into an immortal body.
Nice.
Because the Silent Kings would only last for like 30 years before that because they only lived to be about 30.
Why are they called Silent Kings?
Because they have a
A triumvirate.
their structure of government is governed by like 3 individuals. They're called the Triarch. The Silent King is like the head of the triangle. He defers to the 2 other parts of the Triarch. They're the ones who give out the official orders of the Silent King. He never says anything to the people. It's like the Japanese emperor where like he spoke a different language than the rest of Japan. And like he would talk to his advisors and they would say what he's saying kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah. Not exactly like that, but that's like a quick real life example I could think of.
That's cool. I understand it more.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing to begin with.
Yeah.
So like
He's the Silent King because he does not talk to his people. He's so noble that he doesn't talk to anyone underneath them.
you know, it actually
Yeah.
that makes a lot of
Except
sense.
for the yipe when he saw the Tyranids.
Yep.
When he was flying, he's like, ah.
Yippee.
That's what he said.
No,
It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, put the first one on your head.
Oh, this is gonna be difficult.
Well, I tried to make his something that Dave would stand.
Awesome.
Here we go. Go.
Dude, what do you mean go?
Go.
Ask questions.
Start ask questions.
Oh, am I a? Is it one word on my head?
No.
No.
Is it a character?
No.
No.
It's a unit.
Yes.
Okay. Vehicle?
No.
Nope.
Infantry?
Yeah.
Yes.
A type of infantry?
Yes. Wait, you're
What?
infantry. Yes.
Yeah, it's infantry. Yeah.
Wait, that's the same question.
You said no.
Okay, so Necron warrior?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next one. Go.
I'm like, it's going to be that simple. I know, Matt.
Ooh.
Okay. Infantry?
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of like regular immortals?
No.
Nope.
Immortal?
Nope.
That is the thing, but that's not what you are.
The Praetorians?
No.
No.
Good guess though. Not because it's close, but because you actually knew it.
Right. Lich Guard?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Same kit.
Is it?
Hey, stop it, Luca.
That's a point.
No,
And he's not even gonna know.
Blade Guard? What's the other?
Sorry, what?
Blade Guard?
Nope.
No, that's
You're at halftime.
that's Space Marines.
Halftime.
Yes, that's what
Hey, keep going. Keep going.
I'm trying.
You can do a pass if you don't want to.
Okay, fine. I'll pass.
The death mark.
I don't.
That's the little.
Okay.
That's the immortal.
Sniper.
That's the other part of the immortal kit.
So
yeah.
vehicle,
No.
Nope. Oh,
infantry,
Yes.
vehicle.
no, infantry.
It's infantry.
You'll know
Yeah.
this one.
Stop it, Luca. I made sure you knew all.
Overlord.
Nope.
I've. What?
Just run through them really quick.
I'm trying.
Infantry unit.
Okay, infantry unit. So it's not scarabs.
I'm just keeping them on the same
No,
path.
it's bad. It's okay. It wouldn't be like. Is it immortals?
Nope.
It's warriors.
Nope.
Nope. You already did that one.
I know. Praetorians.
Nope.
Nope.
What haven't I said?
You
Oh, flayed ones.
no.
Ah,
You said it before.
Stop it.
did I?
Yes.
Immortals.
No.
You said it. Okay.
Stalkers.
Nope.
No.
Lich Guard.
Yes.
Yes.
Next one.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Oh, time.
Wow.
Not bad.
You got two. You got two. So you're tied with Luca.
Yes.
Still in the win. The victory.
That's not bad.
All right, James.
How did that happen?
You did good.
No.
He put up Lich Guard. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Okay, James, put the camera. Put the camera on James. Okay,
Just-
and I'm going to show. Unfortunately, the audience is not going to be allowed to see it because if the audience sees it, James sees it because he's a sneaky little
Yeah.
bastard.
I-
back there. Okay.
I realized that I don't actually know what but let's go anyway.
All right, so we're just going to do as many as you can, as fast as you can. Okay, so there's the first one. All right.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, is it a unit in the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is it infantry?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, flayed ones.
No.
Nope.
Wow, people just jump right to the end.
Okay, it's not warriors. It's not Lich Guard.
That's true. That's good thinking. That's right. That's a good way of looking at it.
Praetorian was a thing that Dave said.
Yeah, no.
No?
It's not
Okay.
that.
You can remember you can pass,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if that'll help you.
I don't think it will. Sure, let's go to the next one.
Okay, next one.
Next card.
It's this.
Okay.
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 Okay, is that a unit?
Yes.
In the game? Okay.
Yep.
Is it an infantry?
Nope.
Nope.
No, it's a vehicle.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Ghost Ark.
You got okay. Keep going. Next one.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. There we go.
Unit in the game?
No.
No.
All right. I don't know where to go.
The first one.
This one would be tough.
There's a few ones that are not units.
Okay, can I guess stuff because I've seen some of the cards?
Sure, go for
All
it.
right. Biotransference.
Yeah, because you actually saw the cards because you cut them out.
No, it's not biotransfer.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm gonna have a bit of an edge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Remember from when he cut it out?
Yeah, I just
Oh, halftime.
I don't Is it something from like the Necron tier lore?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Is it a weapon?
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't help either.
So you're on the right path, though.
I'm mostly fishing for no's at this point.
You're like, no. Okay, thank goodness. Do you know any of the names of the weapons that they use?
There's a Gauss rifle or something.
Close enough. Ghost Blaster.
Ghost Blaster.
Next
We're
one.
talking-
Next
All
one.
right. All right. Is it a?
That is a good print.
Yeah, that needs to be redone.
Good luck.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what?
Good
Let's do
luck.
the second word. Just the second
Yeah,
word.
fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
Sure. Is it a unit in the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is it an infantry?
No.
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 Doesn't look like it.
It's not
Okay.
infantry, no.
Is it a vehicle?
No.
So it's a character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, actually.
It's a character. Character, not infantry. Big.
Time's just about up. Come on. Time's up. It's Catan.
It's a Catan.
Oh, okay.
All right, 2
Yeah.
points for James.
That's tied with me. Tied with me.
Everyone's tied.
No,
No,
Steve
Steve's
has
winning.
3, so I have to get 3 or more to at least tie for first.
You know what? That's good. I like that. It's a good ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take 2
And
points.
I'll
That's
just
good.
take 3 points. I'm gonna
This is
shuffle.
main faction as well. So
Yeah.
Is this
more,
is
more
this
than
up?
0?
Is this up or
yes.
That's
okay? I'm gonna shuffle in the ones I took from Dave because I took certain ones out of your pile.
Oh, I see. You took difficult ones out of my pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like name characters and stuff. So like I said, it gives me a bit of an edge, but at the same time, I'm taking the ones that'll be a little harder to guess.
You do realize that for me, basically everything is the same level of difficulty, right?
No, you wouldn't be able to guess the name characters for the most part. Whereas Necron Warrior, you
Enricure the Traveler is probably one of the hardest ones.
and
to file.
Steve got that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have got that one.
That's fair. I might note 3.
And I made the game well with some help.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was really good, James, because those were normal clues. Those
All right,
weren't
so
like
Luka?
kitty clues. Like
You're
so
gonna-
that
you're
was
gonna do my time.
particularly
Remember,
impressive.
it's good.
Yeah,
Tell me when it's
I'm
halftime.
impressed.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put the first one up before we start. Okay, I'm gonna look that way. No, I'm not gonna look at the screen. All right,
ready?
I'm ready. Unit in the game?
Yes. Yes.
Infantry?
Yes.
HQ?
Yes.
Named character?
Yes.
Dang it. Cesaris?
Nope.
Imhotep?
Yes.
Okay. Unit in the game?
He's gonna get it.
Yes.
Infantry?
No.
He's gonna,
Vehicle?
Yes.
Doom Scythe?
No.
Doomsday Arc?
Nope.
Night Scythe?
Nope.
Frickin'. Is it fast? No, they're all fast. Is it small?
No.
Oh, Tesseract Vault.
No.
Monolith.
Correct.
Okay, good.
You knew it.
Since you said it's big. Unit in the game?
Yes.
Infantry?
Yes.
Character?
Yes.
Name character?
Yes.
Oberon?
No.
Imhotep?
No.
I already said that one, right? Cesaris?
No.
Oberon?
No. Halfway point.
almost.
Okay, that's my pass.
That's
Trazy. I knew Trazing. Okay.
All right.
Unit in the game?
no.
Oh, no. Is it a weapon?
No.
Is it a term? Biotransference?
No.
Okay. Oh, dang. Is it like one of the Necron legions or something?
No.
Is it a world?
No.
Oh, frick. I actually don't know all of them because I wish this was my pass.
I would,
Steve
I would
know what
not,
this
I
is.
would not get
No.
this one. I would not get this.
So it's not, is it a single word?
No.
2 words?
Yes.
2 words.
I feel like we've talked.
2 words.
Necron tier, something. Is it about the history of the Necrons?
Yeah. It's in there.
Well, I mean, like far history,
no.
like the War in Heaven time.
Here's a
No, I
hint.
don't believe
I have no clue what that is.
Great. Necrodermis?
No.
So it's not like
It's 2 words.
I know it's 2 words.
Yeah.
Give another pass because there's no way you're getting this. You know,
Dolmen gates.
Dolmen gates?
Yeah. All right,
That's you, James. What is
Is that my
What's the-
time or is that halftime?
You're at
Unit?
are done.
Unit? Oh,
Well, you're done with the sand. Okay.
I could have got Trazine.
You could have.
Who put Dolmen Gates in there?
You.
No, I don't.
What is the
I
Dolmen
had
Gate?
some help.
It's like some of their technology. It's just like a
Yeah, I
thing
know
they
what it
make.
is,
Yeah.
but it's I would never have guessed that.
I would have never guessed Dolmen Gates. Yeah, I would have never got there.
Of course I got
So
that.
clearly, I know the
Steve
most
is the winner.
on stuff.
Of course you do. You have
is the
never-
winner.
Say congrats. Steve needs to win something. Let's
Boo! Steve
leave a
won.
comment below. What should Steve win for knowing the most lore?
Oh, well, that is mini mind meld.
I'm gonna take the point I lost is that the incorrect
Yeah, we
answer on the
kinda robbed you.
virus.
We could have robbed you.
Yeah,
Does it
yeah.
have a virus?
I forgot.
No.
I forgot the destroyer was a virus. I do apologize for that oversight, but I did give you more time, so
fair,
I think we
yes.
made up for that.
That was fun. Leave your suggestions below. What else should we? What'd you call this, Matt? What
Mini
was-
mind meld.
Mini
What other
mind
games? What other games can we borrow from
They have
and
to be kinda
turn into a
quick,
game
though.
show?
That's right. What other games should we borrow from and just have fun with?
Yeah.
Right?
Just play
Like
Euchre.
party games kind of stuff.
Did you
Yeah.
say play
Like,
Euchre?
We could just play
40k
Euchre.
Euchre. It's just 40k themed
Done.
cards.
I do have a 40k deck. It's
but
very.
I don't think that's kind
Do you
of.
really?
I do. It's yeah. I got it from here. I took it from here because we had one.
They
It's
sent us
impo-
one and then you just stole it.
I did. I asked first, and they're very hard to read.
Yeah, like
They don't play Euchre well. People are always
they're written.
asking.
They're
They're
written
always-
in Enuncia.
they're like,
Yeah.
is this?
It's
Oh
a
yeah.
trap.
Well, it's like instead of like a diamond, it's like the Mechanicum. The Adeptus
Oh, that'd be
Mechanicus.
way too
Oh,
hard.
yeah. See,
Different symbology.
It's all ones and zeros. You got to add it up.
no. It's just the king and the ace look very similar.
I've got a 100 of the 010010001. Oh, that's just a 5 of spades.
Oh yeah. Clearly that was just 5.
Do you keep track of score with 2s and 7s or 5s?
Fives.
2s and 3s.
What kind of
Oh, so you do
maniac?
2s and 3s. Okay.
Why not fives?
Well, 5s is like the obvious easy one,
Well, why
but there is a proper way, the traditional way.
Oh, that's
Okay.
You did 2s and 3s.
Which is 2s and 3s to keep track of Euchre, which is a Canadian game, but I think it originated I think it is British because
It's European that came over here, but mostly Canadians play it.
mostly Canadians. A lunch hour when you're playing in high school.
Oh, yeah, I
Well,
played it all the time at high
Yeah.
school.
from our generation,
There's a lot of
anyway.
northern states that play it too. Well, like I've heard a lot of people say that they majored in Euchre in college.
I mean,
yeah.
yes, no,
They-
it was
instead of
the
actually going to
best.
school, they just played
It was the
Euchre
best,
all
and
day.
you know what? Okay, and like you don't like.
I've seen a fully grown man get slapped across the face over a game of Euchre.
Yes, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's incredibly competitive, and you can't if you get caught cheating, man.
Yeah.
You are like, not only does the other side get 2 points, but like
Really?
now everyone, the eye of terror is on you.
You guys have hand signals for
You're
playing?
not supposed to.
You're not supposed
supposed
to.
to.
You guys have hand signals.
You're
for
not
Not the
supposed-
spirit of the game.
When we used to play in high school,
Yeah.
like I didn't play with him because we were
Okay,
different
fair.
high schools. But no, it was weird. It was one of the few things that high school students wouldn't cheat with.
No, there's the unspoken honor about it.
Because
Not
then
supposed
you
to
wouldn't be able
cheat.
to play with people.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because you have a
You're
partner
caught.
as well. That
Because
you're,
like it's easy to do like hearts. Like, oh man.
Yeah,
yeah.
You
That's
Oh.
got like a ring on, like you could like tap your finger or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
2 taps. I got 2 on suit. or
You
whatever.
gotta use Gerber because talking about an animal, it's a club.
No, you're not supposed to cheat.
But it's
point.
instant. Okay, high school instant street cred is like if you show off the fact that you're really good at Euchre and like they can't get past you and you'll catch them cheating. It's like, okay, no, we can't cheat when we're playing with him. So there's like instant respect.
Yeah.
So like it was awesome. Should we have a Euchre tournament? Should we
40k Euchre tournament.
40K Euchre tournament?
It's a very
I
popular
don't know
game.
what that
in
even
40K.
looks like.
I would play that. I would want to play that.
That was the,
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Maelstrom of Lore. If you enjoy this show, check it out in the vault. It shows your support for it, and it'll mean we'll make even more. And also leave your suggestions below as to what you think we should cover in the upcoming episodes. Thank you very much, and happy wargaming, folks.
Thanks again for tuning in, folks. I'm MiniWarGamer Dave, and you're in the Maelstrom of Lore.